Hey everyone, I wanted to make this little behind the scenes video to give you guys an inside look at how I make my thumbnails, because recently I updated the Deep Sheep Plays Left 4 Dead thumbnails and I'm super proud of these thumbnails, and I kind of was thinking I should show you all the process that I went through, because I went through a lot of different stages to make these thumbnails. And I always get questions about behind the scenes looks into what I do, and I figured this would be a nice short little video to show you all something simple like how I make my thumbnails, because fun fact, thumbnail making is honestly one of my favorite parts of making videos. It was something that I didn't do back in the day, but then I started doing because I realized that you could do that, and I was like, you know what, I actually really like doing this. So if filmmaking didn't work out and the world fell apart, I still feel like I'd be happy making thumbnails for people. All right, so we have these Deep Sheep Plays Left 4 Dead thumbnails right here, and I have an entire document project in Final Cut with every single possible version of a thumbnail for any kind of Left 4 Dead video, and I've had these for a while. What made me go back and change these thumbnails is I'm currently editing Left 4 Dead Blood Harvest, and I was thinking I need to change these. I need to update them a bit because I don't quite love them how I did 4 years ago. And by the way, I make all my thumbnails in Final Cut. It's not a normal thing. I'm pretty sure most people probably use Photoshop. I personally use Final Cut. Honestly, use whatever program you're comfortable using. You can trash on me for using Final Cut, but hey, it works for me and I'm able to do a good amount in this program. So what I first did when I made these thumbnails is I was thinking, all right, there's a lot of Left 4 Dead thumbnails and they all kind of have a certain style, but like I wanted to get my own style with it. And so I always kind of imagined having the Left 4 Dead hand on the left side here and having the poster, the campaign, right here. And then kind of like a Deep Sheep Plays Left 4 Dead. That's just sort of how I imagined it from the beginning. And so I was like, all right, how am I going to do this? So first thing I did was I found this image online and I was like, okay, this is looking pretty good. I don't know why when you look up the Left 4 Dead hand that a lot of times it comes up like this, because if you know Left 4 Dead, the hand is not facing this way in the front cover, it's this. And that hand is so iconic. It is honestly one of my favorite video game covers of all time. Like, it's just genius. And it's like, all right, I need to flip this. So first thing I did was crop it down and flip it. And then I just kind of make it this shape right about here. I'm like, all right, that's looking pretty good. Then I take the poster, in this case the first one was No Mercy, and I slant it over here, get it a little hackneyed, and then I bring this to the forefront. Then I add the text, get the Left 4 Dead right there, add the Deep Sheep Plays. Deep Sheep Plays always needed a drop shadow so it could be read a little bit better. And bada bing bada boom, you got yourself the Left 4 Dead No Mercy thumbnail as it was October 31st, 2016. And what I also like to do, which is handy in Final Cut, although I'm sure any program does this, is I like to do the thumbnail test where I make it really small, because this is sort of how it's going to look like on YouTube. And so I always like to do that to kind of give it a little test. Now, right away, you can probably recognize that the text is hard to read. Like, yeah, you can tell that it's Left 4 Dead because Left 4 Dead's the iconic hand and the green, and then you can kind of tell that it's the No Mercy poster. However, YouTube likes to add cute little time code that covers up part of your thumbnail, and sometimes, especially when you're on your phone, it covers up a ton of the thumbnail, and that always annoyed me. So but also, yeah, the text is hard to read, and this is something that I didn't fix for a very long time. The style that we always went with, we meaning me because I made every thumbnail, was Deep Sheep Plays. Deep Sheep is brown, because if you don't know, with Deep Sheep, our mascot is Fudge Pants, the brown sheep. So brown was sort of the color because you never really see brown, and I don't know, I like brown. But yeah, brown doesn't show up really good on just, text in general. It's kind of hard to read, and this is something that I never bothered changing because I liked it. And of course, in big form, this is plenty easy to read, but in thumbnail form, it's not. So then you got No Mercy, then you got Death Toll, Dead Air. This is how they all were. And then I finally, when I was looking at Blood Harvest, I was like, all right, time to change this stuff. So what did I want to do to make this better? Well, right away, the first thing that I really wanted to change was the making it more obvious which campaign it was, because in thumbnail form, and especially with the time code covering up a good chunk of this, you can't fully tell like which campaign it's going to be just from first glance. Like, obviously you can read the title, but this is about the thumbnail, so it's all about eye recognition. And all that I really recognize when I look at these is, oh, it's a Left 4 Dead video. I don't really recognize that it's, oh, this is the Left 4 Dead Dead Air video, unless like I look closer. And of course, the text is hard to read, but we'll get to that in a bit because it was the last thing that I ended up changing. So first thing that I did was I took this and I was like, all right, what if I changed the color to kind of match the campaign poster? So what I did is I stripped away the color of green because the entire picture is either green with a little bit of yellow and then red for the blood. So it was really easy to just add a little mask and just section off the green, because as you can see here, you're able to select any color within this spectrum. And then what I did is then I went into the saturation and I completely desaturated it. So first thing was just getting rid of all of that, because what I was trying to do was add the color, but then what would happen is, since the color is very green, if I added, say, blue, it would end up looking more cyan, and that's the color of Death Toll, not No Mercy. Orange, of course, looked really bad with green. Red looked really bad with green, so it just didn't work. So the first thing I needed to do was just strip away all the color. So strip away all the color, make it black and white except for the blood. Boom, done. Then I add in coloring to make it look like the poster. So boom, we got the No Mercy color right there. And I really liked this at first, but the only problem was now the uniform of Left 4 Dead was kind of taken away, because Left 4 Dead is green. Like, right away, people recognize that. And right here, you can't fully tell that. All you can tell is that it's a blue video, and you're like, wait, is that Left 4 Dead? I guess it's the hand. Oh, I guess it's Left 4 Dead. No, I didn't like that. And this is, of course, what it looked like with the other posters, and I was liking the look of it, but again, I needed that Left 4 Dead uniformity, because now it was too much campaign, not enough Left 4 Dead. So then I go back to here and I'm like, all right, what if I do like a happy medium and I put a little gradient over top to make it kind of look a little bit like a combo, because that's where the poster would end up being. So boom, now we got this. And it's like, okay, it helps the campaign poster stand out a little bit more, you know, and we still keep the uniformity of Left 4 Dead. So I was liking this for a bit. I was like, okay, I'm liking that. That's pretty cool. But in thumbnail form, it's not that different. We look at this versus this. Yeah, it's not a whole lot different. All right, what about the red one? Because the red one's the most different, because this will be the newest ones. All right, what do I like? Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it better than this, but it's just not that different. So I go back to the original picture again, and I thought, you know what? The hand is really what's important. Like, the background doesn't necessarily need to be green. Got to keep the blood, but the hand is Left 4 Dead. So what if I keep the hand green? So I did a draw mask around just the hand. Boom. Now we got this. Get rid of the little lines, and this is what it was looking like. It got the background to be the color of the poster, so it'll end up looking like that. And I was like, I'm liking that, but the little holes here, got to get rid of those. So I got rid of the holes. Not kidding. I actually did a ton of small little draw masks of every single little hole, and I filled it out so that way it really blends in. And of course, it's kind of dumb because, like, in thumbnail form, you can't tell the difference. I mean, let's look. You can't tell at all, but I want to, so I decided to go through the little details of doing this. So then finally we add in the text and we add in the poster. Boom, I'm liking that a lot. That's a lot better. We keep the uniformity of Left 4 Dead because it's a hand and everyone recognizes it, but we also change the background color so that way you know which campaign it is. But finally, I realized time to change the text. I don't care that I've been using the same text style for years. I gotta change it. You know, the only way to build a better future is to demolish the past, or whatever Littlefinger said. I was like, all right, gotta get rid of the deep sheet plays because that's not important whatsoever. And then also just kind of push up the Left 4 Dead a bit. So it's pretty easy. Just kind of do this, bada bing, bada boom, add the poster. And also, I was looking at the Left 4 Dead and I was thinking it's a little hard to read a bit, just a tiny bit. So, you know, just add a little shape mask, a little trick that I learned where just make it a little darker behind the text. If you feather it out like this and it's like, ooh, it's like feathery, ooh, no one will be able to tell, especially in thumbnail form. Not a single person will be able to tell. And I'm pretty certain a lot of people use this trick. It's like a better drop shadow in my opinion, because a drop shadow is more obvious. And this is just a trick where you just darken the thing behind it. And also you can affect how much it darkens it. It's not just simply darkening the picture behind it. So in this case, it was the hand, because the hand is like really bright. And then of course, Left 4 Dead is kind of bright. Even though I have the outline, it still didn't stand out enough. Well, I like to lower the highs, the lights. I like to lower those the biggest because that's the thing that distracts the most. And just kind of, you know, like that. A little bit of master, and there you go. So this is without it, and this is with it. In thumbnail form, you can actually sort of tell the difference without, with. The left especially is a lot easier to read. And then finally, I figured, you know what? I got rid of Deep Sheep Play, so I gotta add this because this is the style I've been using lately. Add the little Deep Sheep logo in the bottom right there. And we have the new Left 4 Dead thumbnails. So this is the No Mercy one. This is the Death Toll one. This is Dead Air. And then, new video coming out relatively soon, Blood Harvest. And then this is what they look like in thumbnail form, which I'm really happy with. No Mercy, Death Toll, Dead Air, and Blood Harvest. Boom. So I'm going to do that with the next posters. Again, I'm not really sure when or how we'll get to these campaigns. Dark Carnival pisses me off because the poster's different. But of course, you know, I'm going to change the look of all of these to update it. But yeah, I did this with every single poster possible. I got all these different thumbnail ideas. But now I got a new style that I'm really happy with. And honestly, this stuff took me hours. Like, I take a lot of time making these thumbnails because I'm always kind of just like playing around with different ideas, experimenting, and I'm super finicky with the way that I do things, you know, with like the holes and stuff. Like, I have to fill out all the holes. Like, I'm just the perfectionist attitude, you know. This is what they look like, and I'm really happy with the way they turned out, and I hope this was a cool little behind the scenes look into sort of you know, the certain ideas that I have with my thumbnails and the creative process that I go through in making them, because honestly, thumbnails are super duper important in this day and age when everyone's got the shortest attention span possible and there's so much content out there. The only way to get your content to really stand out is sometimes a good thumbnail. Especially with my videos, there are tons of Left 4 Dead videos out there. You know, I feel like these thumbnails would catch people's attention. They're a little different, they're unique, they're cool, and the videos are also bomb, because honestly, if you haven't watched these Left 4 Dead videos, currently No Mercy, Death Toll, and Dead Air are out. They're some of my favorite videos I've ever made. Probably my favorite gaming videos I've ever made, other than like Trouble in Skin Town for the Deep Sheep Minecraft series. But I love these Left 4 Dead videos. Blood Harvest, we recorded it recently. It's easily going to stack up to the rest because all of these are just fantastic. Like, I'm surprised we haven't, you know, dropped the ball yet. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes look. Let me know of any more behind the scenes looks that you'd like me to give. Again, I'm not really sure what I can go over that won't take me forever. This was just a nice easy video that I could record literally right when I woke up and I finished these thumbnails, because I'm just super passionate and I really like these thumbnails. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.